believe it was Don Shiloh gave the sermon, or it might have been Gary, one of the two.
I heard I missed it about sick. Boy, it was a good one.
Don't worry, it was great, and you can watch it on our YouTube page, right? Go to our
Are you
YouTube.
serious? Is this being taped?
It's being taped right now.
Hi.
I love you, Lisa. So I was saying how we went to a church for a youth program, a big youth celebration, and a young man was up there preaching. He was doing way better than me. He had the microphone by the chin. Some of y'all saw this. And he was being able to point. He was letting everybody know that they were all sinners. They were all going to whatever. It wasn't real. What I loved about it was how uncomfortable I felt. Even though I'm a super fan of this young man, he's probably going to be a great pastor, way greater than me. I was uncomfortable in that situation because I knew how fake it was. I knew that when I was 17 years old, no matter how far ahead you think you are, I hadn't worked any 40-hour-a-week jobs, in corporate America. I hadn't had 2 or 3 marriages. I hadn't done all the stuff that the young man was preaching about. And I'm like, unless he's been married 2 or 3 times, I don't think he has either. Right? So I'm thinking, you're speaking real, but it's coming from a place that is fake. Coming from a place that was fake. When you go to a church and you feel uncomfortable, you don't feel at home, it's because the church you're in is probably full of fake people. The church itself might not be fake, but the people in the church might be very fake, and that's why you feel out of place. Well, that's how I felt. The people in that church were egging this poor young man on, making him think it was okay to live a lie. I've seen it happen too many times in churches and in religion where they say it's okay to live a lie as long as it looks good on Sunday. As long as we can dress it up, put some nice clothes on it, and pretend it did not happen on Sunday. Then you could go back to, whatever your life was on Monday. That is fake. Real recognize real. I was an atheist until I found out that death is 100% real, which I already knew that, but I didn't realize how permanent death was. You see, I enjoy life. I like the idea that there's life after this, but there's nothing that suggested. All the signs led to just us dying, and that's it. It ends with us, right? But when I found out that I wasn't the center of the universe, when I found out that there were so many people out here who do believe for a reason, and I found out about this man named Jesus Christ, it changed my entire view of death. I said, wait a minute, if death is not the end, then what happens after death? And that changed everything, because now my reality was fake. My atheism was fake. It was just like religion. Religion is fake. It's man-made. It's man trying to be God. That's what religion is. Religion is fake. Jesus Christ is real. Jesus Christ, when he comes into your life, you start to question everything about your life. And I could not wait to give him everything I had, because I realized how worthless it was without him. He was my king. When my king showed up, I had to have him in my life, because everything else, nothing else mattered but him. The real king. When I was younger growing up, the most real time for us, because we were broke, we didn't have a lot of money, we were living in Shelter Island, right around the corner. The realest time for us was income tax time. I'm going to say it again. The realest time for us growing up was around income tax. Some people didn't understand that. Some people did, because I heard the smile and the laughter, because you remember, don't you? The only time of year that you can truly see happy faces everywhere was around January 31st till about February 10th, because nobody ever waited. Even though back then you were mailing in income tax forms, people had this thing called Rapid Refund from H&R Block. Some of y'all old enough to remember it. They had the commercials with the guy. The guy was looking all depressed. He had his guitar. I can sure use my refund, my income tax refund. Need my tax refund right now. And then it jumps, and he's got his refund. He's got a brand new guitar, nice clothes. He doesn't want to kill himself anymore. Got my tax refund, H&R Block's Rapid Refund. And I got me this new guitar. And I'm sitting back thinking, all that for a guitar? But it wasn't the guitar. It was the refund. When I was young, we had tons of gangs over there. Tons of drug dealers. They all had money and nice cars. But I didn't want to be one of them, because when I looked out at them and what all they had to do to get that money and keep it running from the cops and all that, I looked at it and I didn't see the joy in them that I would see in everybody else that was broke when income tax time came. The smiles when the income tax came was real smile. The joy was real. Even before they got the money, when they were in line waiting to file their income tax, they were happy. They couldn't care less. It was true joy. Our whole household was happy when H&R Block showed up, like when income tax showed up. My mother would be stressing out about everything until income tax time. Then I knew we were going to get some new clothes, probably get some toys. You know, I knew we were going to eat. If nothing else, we were going to grow, which we loved food. But it was real. And I said, you know what I noticed? The drug dealers and the gangbangers in the neighborhood, they're not happy because they don't get refunds. Think about that for a second. Drug dealers and gangbangers, they don't get income tax refunds because they don't pay taxes. They don't pay taxes. So I was like, you know what? Why would I want to not have joy and have all that stuff they have, but and not have the joy of an income tax return, doing all that work that they do? It ain't worth it. I'd rather do a normal job and then celebrate once a year in January and February. Hence the H&R Block Rapid Refund. Now it's called Money in Minutes, but back then it was the Rapid Refund.
Ooh.